in the thumbnail is from a show called Bar Rescue, a show I used to watch a whole lot in the past. And the premise of the show is you have a failing bar, and then a bar guru comes in and whips the people into shape, renovates the bar, and then they get themselves together, and then they turn the business around, right? And the reason I use that picture from that show as a thumbnail is because that's what a lot of guys, for whatever reason, are trying to do in the dating game. Or more specifically in these podcasts, these panel shows, right? You're trying to come in and turn the whole thing around, right? Because a lot of guys are having conversations slash debates slash making content trying to convince women to be something else. And the analogy that I have for that is this: sitting around trying to convince a free spirit, free flowing, do whatever she wants to do type of woman to be more traditional is like a bar owner trying to convince an alcoholic to stay away from the bottle and be his business partner. I'm going to say that again. You trying to convince a free spirit, free flowing, do whatever I want to do, I like to be free kind of woman to change her mind and be a traditional conservative. Like, that's the same as you trying to open a bar and you go to a recovering alcoholic and say, you know what, put the alcohol down, don't drink no more. I want you to be my business partner. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you knowingly go into business with someone who is a complete detriment to that business model? See how that doesn't make any sense? If you're opening a bar, you're not going to say, hey, recovering alcoholic, I want you to be my 50-50 partner. Let me convince you why you should stop drinking and go into business with me. It doesn't make sense. If you're going to start that business, it makes more sense for you to find somebody who's has the same mind frame as you, the same wants, the same desires, the same ethics, the same principles, the same way of life. That makes more sense. It's the same thing when it comes to dating women. It doesn't make sense to go to the woman that's doing OnlyFans, that's talking about how she's a free spirit, that's talking about how she's in the crystals and the tarot cards, and she's going to do whatever she wants to do and dress how she want to dress, and, you know, she's in the women's liberation and body positivity, and, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a high body count, and shout out to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It does not make sense for you to go to that woman and try to convince her. And you know what I'm talking about. You've seen the shows. We've all seen the shows. Oh, where the guy tries to convince the woman that she's really not happy and she should really she should really focus on trying to be a wife, and she should get into a 50-50 situation, and she's making money and getting attention now, but eventually the money is going to dry up, and one day she's going to be 40, and then what? One day she's going to hit the wall, and then what? Everything that all the ills of society are due to her and women like her, and she needs to change her life around before it's too late. Those conversations don't make sense. Why are you trying to convince the non-traditional woman to be traditional? And the truth of the matter is, the reason why a lot of guys are doing this is because a lot of these guys, those are the women that they are attracted to. And so they don't want to just go find a woman that already has the same thinking and mindset that they have. Instead, they want to find the woman who doesn't have that and convince her to be different, because that's who they're actually attracted to. And so just like when the bar owner convinces the alcoholic to be his 50-50 business partner, eventually the business is going to go down. He's going to be drinking up all the stuff. He's going to be going in the cash register. He's going to ruin the business. Just like it's going to be the same situation when you're sitting up there and you're trying to convince the IG model, the baddie, the whatever she got herself into, convince her to be your wife. I'm going to go into marriage with this person. It's the same situation. You are actively trying to that's the craziest part. You're convincing somebody to get into a situation that they don't want to be in, just so that down the line they can leave you hanging high and dry or take advantage of you. It does not make any sense. It doesn't. It don't make any sense for you to be 35 years old or however old you are, and you're on a panel with these women. Oh, you need to stop doing the OnlyFans. One day the money's gonna dry up. Why? Why are you trying to convince her? Oh, when you hit 40, it's going. Why? It doesn't make. Too much time, energy, and effort is being spent trying to convince women that ought to be left alone. It is so cringe when you see guys on panels. Oh, when you hit 40, that's when you're going to see. Oh, all of you women on antidepressants, you're not even happy. You need to do this. Come on, man. Why are you doing that? For what reason? For what purpose? That does not help you at all. A lot of you are so consumed with the wrong woman. It's like to your own detriment. Just think about it. What is the purpose of you trying to convince this woman to be different? If you even if you were to successfully convince her, the odds are you still wouldn't trust her anyway. It doesn't make sense. Too much time is being focused on women that you should be completely ignoring. Please stop talking to these. Please stop trying to talk to and convince women to be different.